Hi, welcome to Draw Tip Tuesday. My name is Koosje Koenen and I love drawing, and that's why on this channel I accompany you on your creative journey, and hopefully I can inspire you for your daily drawing practice. This month I am focusing on finding challenges for our sketchbooks because, well, maybe you're in a little bit of a rut. I mean, the beginning of the year, February, it can just be a little bit daunting and a little bit like, meh. At least that's how I sometimes feel. And that's why I like finding challenges for myself. And the challenges can be, of course, going on an adventure or travel or anything like that. But how about just finding it really close to where we are? So today I am going to draw something that I always think I am bad at, and that is cars. There's another thing that I find really challenging to draw because I just don't do it often enough, and that is drawing animals. I'm not confident enough to actually do that on camera with you, so I might practice a little bit more and then film myself making drawings of animals that look weird. But anyway, today let's draw a car. And of course, for me, the vehicle thing is a very big challenge, but maybe your challenge is something completely different. It might be people or buildings or perspective. And if there's something that you find hard to do, don't avoid it, draw it. Because when you draw it and you practice it and you make mistakes and you make ugly drawings, that's where you learn, and that's when you grow as well. So let's all draw together and find a big challenge and have some fun. I found this reference photo of a beautiful car on unsplash.com, which I will use for my drawing today. I chose to use my Pilot Parallel pen, which has a flat, broad nib. This one is a 3mm nib. It will give me an unpredictable line, as if drawing a car is not challenging enough yet. I think actually that the chunky line can help me to keep moving, and whenever I draw a wonky line, I can just blame the pen. I'm looking at the space that I have on my page. I don't want the drawing to run off the page or be too small either. I take a deep breath and start on the left with the light, and then from there I keep close to my starting point, drawing the shape next to it. I try to forget about the whole, about drawing a car, and I move on to the next shape and the next shape and the next shape. I'm trying not to overthink it, and especially when a line is wobbly or I don't get it quite right, I try to quiet my inner critic by filtering out that I'm drawing a car, which is hard. I just keep going. Instead of focusing on any mistakes, I just keep going and move on, because if I keep drawing, that mistake is going to be surrounded by many other marks and lines, and then you won't even see it anymore. What I really like about this pen is that it gives me a certain playfulness in the line, and that brings so much life to the drawing. I really love that. While I thought I was really challenging myself a little extra by using this pen, I think I did myself a favor by using it. I can use the very broad flat tip to create dark bits and very thick lines, but also if I turn it, I can create a very thin line with the side of the pen for details or bits that need a little less attention. I keep looking at my reference photo, trying to make sense of it all, and also I look for landmarks so that I have a bit of a sense of where I should draw what. Of course, it's not super accurate, but who's going to care? I don't. At this point, I start to hesitate a little bit because I'm confused by the photo. I don't see the wheel that's in the back, and that's just really confusing. I stop to assess and to see what the drawing needs and to ask myself, did I just mess this up? And also, now what? And then I decide to keep going and draw some of the grass. And also I realize that under a car there is always this very, very dark drop shadow. So I am adding that, combining it with making marks for grass, and that actually saves the drawing. The drop shadow makes all the difference. Now it does make sense. I'm so happy I did that because I was really not so sure about the whole shape of the car until I added that drop shadow. And to finish it off, I'm giving this a frame so that it's all contained. Okay, that didn't even go all that bad. I thought I messed it up before I added that darker drop shadow, but that drop shadow actually saved it all. I'm kind of amazed by how if you give it a little bit more attention and a little bit of an extra push and also think, well, what could really go wrong? I can't really make it worse. How then suddenly your drawing is reviving or it feels like you succeeded in a way. So I really hope that this week, if you need an assignment, you are sitting down to draw something that you think you can't. It can be anything, and you can take 5 minutes or you can take 5 hours. I don't care, as long as you challenge yourself. Also, you can find me on Patreon if you want some more tips, ideas, thoughts, discussion, and inspiration. I will put the link down below this video. Other than that, I wish you a very creative week. Challenge yourself and have fun. See you next week. Bye.